All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with this interview. I'm going to be interviewing Madison, Cora. This is Paul Alex, founder of CashSwipe.com. If you guys are currently watching this on YouTube, welcome to Residual Income for Beginners, guys. This is one of the fastest growing YouTube channels, but then also online communities for people that want to build residual income. Madison, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing today?
Thanks for having me, brother. Doing good, man.
So tell us a little bit about your background, brother.
Yeah, so I'm Madison. I'm from New York. I'm in law enforcement. I've been in law enforcement for 3 years. Started an ATM together, right? Um,
Mhm.
First saw Paul on Fresh and Fit podcast. That's where I saw you. Got inspired through that, joined ATM together, and then I was able to scale up to 30 plus ATMs in about a year and a half, pretty quick. Used all the tips and tricks that you gave me, and now I'm in credit card machines, and I'm loving that too.
So let's get into the weeds of things, man. Like, so you saw basically the story. Was it the first episode on Fresh and Fit?
The first one, I saw both, but the
Okay.
first one was like, I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he could
Yeah.
do it, I could do it.
For sure. For sure, man. And that's actually one of the questions I was going to ask you. What essentially inspired you to even get started, bro? Because you're 3 years in law enforcement. You're a young
Mhm.
guy. How old are you?
25.
25, bro. Man, you got the world in your hands right now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I'm
So
trying.
at the age of 25, you're a police officer. It's a great career.
Yep.
And a lot of people, they want to be cops, but the process is just insane, bro.
Yeah.
So you were able to get in law enforcement, and then you saw the podcast. Did you immediately go ahead and say, you know, I feel like I could do it because the dude's a cop, or you felt like you could do it because of the story?
So I always felt like I belonged in sales. I just needed like a niche. So when I saw that podcast, your story inspired me. You were a police officer, right? And you did it. So I thought that I could do it too. But I always thought to myself that, I could, I definitely belong in sales. I just needed to find, a niche. And before that, I was, digging through like Shopify, trying to find something that works.
Yeah.
Um, and, I thought ATMs was like the nice first step for me.
Yeah, it was like your vehicle. It was your aha moment, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
no, that's good, man. Do you have coworkers or friends or family members that are like in entrepreneurship, or like they're willing to be like a risk taker like you?
I don't have any. So I have like some coworkers who are starting like small businesses, but a lot of my coworkers are like working crazy overtime, and they're always thinking to themselves like, how could I need like a second job. So I didn't want that to be me either, right? I still work a crazy bunch of overtime because it's easy, and ATMs isn't the end all be all. I need to scale more. Same thing with credit card machines. I think once I scale more, I'll be able to draw back. But going back to the coworkers, they were like, "Oh, I need like a second. I need like a side gig. I need like a side job." So I think having a side job and like working on something other than policing is like super super beneficial.
That's cool, man. I actually respect that a lot because, back when I was in the department, I was trying to resonate with a lot of people in my department. And I knew damn near everybody in my department, bro. We were like an 800-person department.
Yeah.
But, when you're in overtime and it's probably like an easy shift, like a traffic control post, or you're probably like at an event, your guys' stadium, which stadium is it in New York that you guys probably do overtime at?
Um. So I used to work in the city. I don't work in the city anymore.
Okay.
But when I worked in the city, like you could work Yankee Stadium, you could
Yeah.
work Citi Field. Like
Yeah.
those are the typical like posts that you could get.
Yeah, and when you're there at work with your coworkers, man, and you're just talking about everything. You're talking about life, right? It
Yeah,
was very hard for me to go ahead and relate to my coworkers because I always talked about business. I always talked about
yeah,
like ideas. I always talked about like, hey man, how can we go ahead and build something with all this overtime money that we're making, right? Like I always
yeah,
had that sort of like investor mindset, right? Because
yep,
just like you, I was like, dude, this is not gonna be the end of it, right? You know, I
yeah,
still have 30 plus years and I was thinking like, okay, how can I go ahead and make the same amount of money, but faster, simpler, and easier, right?
sure, yeah.
So so let me ask you, brother, out of the two that you're doing right now, you're doing ATMs and you scaled up to 30, which is awesome. You're right now you're getting a lot of inbound leads through the ads, right?
Yes,
And
correct.
your credit card processing. Where do you see yourself shifting more towards? Are you going to
Right
still
now,
yeah,
yeah, right now, my main focus is merchant services, credit card machines right now.
why?
It's easier to scale. I don't have to fill up the machine, as like an ATM. It's kind of like I place it and it's good to go.
Okay. Okay. And do you ever plan on selling your ATM portfolio?
Um, Maybe in the future, but all my ATMs right now are local.
Yeah.
So like when I'm on my way to the gym, I could throw in a couple thousand in there. You know what I mean? Like it's all local and it's all attainable right now. So right now, I like my portfolio and I'm making
Mhm.
residuals on it. So if it's not broke, I'm not gonna, there's no need to change course. You know what I mean? Just keep it going.
Yeah, you're not gonna mess with it, man. And I was the exact same way. I had a nice little setup, 2 part-time employees. You know, do you have any vultures right now for those
So
ATMs?
yes, I have to give a lot of credit to he's actually in ATM Business Network. Joe
Mhm.
Wallace,
Yep, yep,
Scott Weaver,
yep.
Jace Cologne. Those guys are all my vaulters in
Badass.
in New Jersey and in New York. They
That's
are
cool.
the they yeah they are they're all in ATM Business Network and they are like 100% the reason why I was able to scale like as fast as I did, and they're a part of my success.
Dude, so let's break that down because I always tell people this, right? The good thing I like when I talk to somebody who is a first responder, you know how to articulate the heck out of anything, bro. I know you do
Yeah.
because you probably write a lot of reports, right?
Oh,
So,
that's all we do is write reports.
it's about like
It's
99% of the time we're
just
writing
homework.
reports,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's it. It ain't like the movies. And if it
yeah.
is, it's probably
Not
like
like the
15
movies.
seconds. It's like 15 seconds, and then you're spending the rest of the shift just writing on that 15 seconds, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But for the beginners right now that are watching, what exactly is vaulting? Can you break it down to the level of someone who knows nothing about ATMs, bro? What is vaulting?
Vaulting is basically giving you're basically giving 100% of your trust to it could be a coworker, a family member, or someone that you met, and they're going to be you know maintaining your machine, cash loading your machine. In terms of ATMs, cash loading your machine, maintaining your machine. They're doing all the nitty gritty while you kind of sit back and collect residuals. Right? It's
Yeah.
super nice. They're obviously getting a bigger portion of the split, but I personally prefer you know, giving somebody the opportunity to vault while I'm making residuals without even having to look at the machine or touch the machine. Um, I think it's really nice.
I mean, that's where passive income comes into play, brother. You know, you
Yeah.
own the asset, right? You own the machine. You probably made contact with the owner at the location, and
Yep.
then you have a third party vendor, hence ABN, which is ATM Business Network. Guys, for you guys that are brand new to our community, ATM Business Network was started by my previous business partner, Mike Sandon, and then Ruben Lozoya, who is all ATM affiliate guys. And we still talk with them. We're still in good terms with them, guys. But when we ended up selling ATM together, and I ended up selling my ATM portfolio a couple years
Yeah.
back and transitioned into really focusing on merchant services and credit card processing, they were like, dude, we still want to go ahead and like grow this ATM thing. So they continue to grow their own ATM thing. But just recently, guys, we're now back being affiliated with ABN, which for any CashSwipe clients, or if you're a beginner and you want to do both, just like what Madison's doing, where ATMs could be passive if you want it to be, but you have to structure it properly, right? Because in the very beginning, you're the one doing majority of the work. You're installing the machine, you're selling the machine, and then ultimately you want to be profitable enough to be able to get somebody to go ahead and split the actual surcharge fee profit with you. But then guess what? Now it becomes passive, which is what I did back when I was in law enforcement as well. I had a mentor from Southern California that dude, he had every connect with almost every single marijuana dispensary when it first came out back in 2017 to 2018. Yeah, bro. And
That's
I had
awesome.
4 of those locations. I had 4
Wow.
dispensaries. Each dispensary, bro, he would have me vault because obviously he had the mass contract with all the dispensaries, but he would give me $1 per transaction. Most people that don't know, okay? All right. And Madison, you're probably like, oh, really? Most people that don't know, $1 per transaction when you're just loading up your cash into someone else's ATM at a dispensary, we're talking about thousands of transactions, guys. So
Yeah.
average those 4 locations, I was like netting about $1,500 a month from each location.
Good. That's good.
Brandon, you know Brandon, right, Madison? Brandon Pham?
Brandon Pham, yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, Brandon Pham, he's a consultant here at CashSwipe. He was actually one of my mentees before I even got on the online space before 2020, guys, and before I even considered it. But when Brandon was learning from me the ATMs, and he actually bought some ATMs from my garage, I remember leaving to Egypt, and I was like, "Yo, dude, I got 2 more dispensaries, and I'm heading out to like the Middle East. I can't do it, but I do got somebody that I trust."
Yeah.
So I ended up shooting those locations to Brandon, and that's the big thing with the network, right? Because you just said it right now. If it wasn't for these operators in the network, you never would have been able to scale, right?
Absolutely.
So talk about that mindset, man. How important is your network in business?
It's everything. Without your network, like you say, without your network, you don't have a net worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys, I owe them everything. Like every year I'll throw them, I'll give them gift cards, I'll show them love, tell them how much I appreciate them, because without them, I wouldn't be able to scale to 30. I would just have the ones that I have at home, you know, and there's no way I'm going to be able to drive out of state, you know what I mean, and have like a normal life, right? If I don't have those guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, when you said, "Hey, I'm going to focus on merchant services," I was like, "Dude, that's sort of the right like the smart move." I get it. But guys, you guys can make both businesses passive if you want to. You just got to know the right locations, the right owners, and use it as leverage, right? Because now you got more ammunition to offer. And being that you guys can offer credit card machines and ATMs, I mean, it's a win-win. It's a
Yep.
win-win if you guys can offer both to any business owner out there, man. So
Yep.
Madison, let me ask you, brother. What inspires you today, dude? I mean, like, you heard the Fresh and Fit story back a few years back,
Yeah.
and it's remarkable, bro, because it still trips me out, man, that like the internet is like this. Like we're
That's a
all
good
connected.
episode, man.
It was cool. It was cool, man. Yeah, I remember. I was just like, I was sort of nervous during that episode, but everything just came out, and
How
it
did
was a
those
good.
guys? How did they get in contact with you?
You know what? They used to have this manager, this young guy, and the manager reached out to me,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, would you be interested in coming on?" And at that time, dude, they were still building, like they were ramping up and they were getting big.
Yeah, they were
So
new.
yeah, they were brand new, and I was like, okay. I never knew why they got famous though. And guys, if you guys don't know what Fresh and Fit is, Fresh and Fit is if you guys remember, it's sort of dying off now, the whole red pill, blue pill thing, and men versus women and all that jazz. And that was their basically key to stardom in streaming and all that was
Yeah.
specifically that niche. But then they also talked about business. They had like, what was it, like Business Mondays or
Money
something like that?
Mondays. Money
Money
Mondays.
Mondays.
You came
Yeah.
on a Money Monday show.
Yeah. On a Money
Yeah.
Mondays, bro.
Yeah.
And
Those are big. Those are big.
and we went and it was cool, man. We ended up doing that and we went back a couple times and I brought a couple of other people that, that were affiliated with me and
Get them.
also we're doing business. Get 'em was one of them. Juan Geronimo. All the
Yeah.
guys that came on the show with me, bro, they ended up doing their own thing. Like they ended up going ahead and starting their own programs, which was cool.
Yeah.
Because
Get him doing his own thing. Yeah.
dude, that shows you. That
Yeah.
shows you, who you hang around, you will become. And I'm a
Yeah.
big believer in
Absolutely.
that, you know? So it's good. But what inspires you today, man?
I think now just the way that, like, not to exaggerate, but it's kind of true. Nothing is affordable
Mhm.
to the average working man. Nothing's sustainable. Everything's just getting more expensive. And I don't want to be caught up in a rat race trying to feed my family, trying to, you know what I mean? Like I want to find other ways to make money and not just rely on my 9 to 5. So that's my biggest inspiration right now.
Yeah, no, it's huge, man. It's huge. So if I was to ask you, Madison, I was like, what is your primary goal this year, bro? And I asked this to all my guys that work with me. I always ask them, I was like, I'm more of a short term goal type of guy instead of being a
Same. Yeah.
5 year type of guy. Yeah, same. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, like I want to hit it this year, right? Because
Yeah.
it's in arm's reach. So if I was to ask you by the end of 2026, what you're trying to do, bro? What are you gonna make happen? What would you say?
Mhm. I would say I really want to scale. I want to scale merchant services like to the top. Like I'm loving the done for you ads. I'm in contact with Nick every single day on how to make these ads better. The other week, I want to say it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I was getting, I think I got 20 leads that 1 week. Right? Not all of them are actual leads. Some of them you have to, call them up. Some of them are not good numbers, right? But I got 20 leads in a week, close, and that felt good, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to just get those leads, people who are actually interested. And all I got to do is call them up, and that's the easy part. Like that's my favorite part is like just getting to call them up and just get like my sales pitch in, and just like that's the fun part. So for me, my biggest goal is just scaling as fast as possible, see how much I can handle.
Man, I gotta look at your ads, man. I don't know what you got on your ads. That you got like 20
You,
leads in a week, but that's
you
insane,
gotta
bro.
you
What,
gotta
what
follow
you
my
got,
account, man.
bro? You got Bad Bunny in the back? Like what do you got, bro?
Oh, I don't
Like
have that
I
money in the
gotta.
back. No.
I gotta
You gotta
look,
show
man.
love to the account, bro.
I will. I will. But by the way, drop your account, bro, and then I'll have like
Yeah.
Q go ahead and drop it in the comments as well. Guys, make sure to follow Madison Cora on IG and then on Facebook and then all his socials as well. So you guys are able to see his growth. But he's tremendously grown since ATM Together, guys. If you guys don't know what ATM Together is the first digital business that we have started up. Get him was my CLO for a very long time. He was also a sergeant of police, really good guy, really good guy. But I know now he's in Colombia. He started his crypto processing out there, which is insane when you really think about it, bro.
Yeah.
Because, you know, from the time we were cops to now, it was only, I think I had left right before 4th of July in 2021. And then he had left right before 2022, bro. Like I think
Yeah.
around September or something like that. So till now, you think about it, that's like what, like a little bit over 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's insane. 5 years. It goes by like this. It goes
Right
by
on.
like this, guys, and it could dramatically change your life, right? In the next
Absolutely, yeah.
5 years, we're gonna see Madison, right, with like who knows, like 500 freaking merchant services accounts, talking about like, yo, yeah, you guys remember, you guys got to go ahead and just knock it out the park, and who knows, dude, you might be building your personal brand
I
as
hope so.
well, right? Is
I
that is
hope
that
so.
is that a goal of yours?
Um, yeah, I mean, I started, my Instagram brand is, I mean, yeah, my ATM brand, to begin with was Hello ATM. I started that, I just came up with that. And I feel like it's like a part of me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to grow that to new heights as fast as possible. So that's the big plan.
That's cool, man. I respect
Yeah.
that. I respect that. It takes vision, but then also I like the fact that you have the vision, but you're also executing every day, bro. Every day,
Yeah.
even though working overtime, working your career, and all that jazz. What do your parents think about it, man? What do your friends think about this? Are you very open with like your ideas and your business, or you're just like, hey, man, I
I'm
just
super I'm super like tunnel vision right now. Like nobody, like my friends don't know about it. I mean, a couple people know, because they see the ads, right? A couple people know, but like nobody, none of my coworkers know. Um, my family knows, but I'm not out here like going. I'm not telling everybody like my big plans. I just want to make it. You know what I mean? Like do really well, and just like let everything speak for itself.
Yeah, dude. I respect that. When I left my department, everybody was saying, "What department are you laterally into?" They didn't even they
Yeah.
weren't like, "Hey, you're leaving law enforcement forever." No, they were just automatically assuming.
Where
They
are you
were like, "What
going?
department? Where are you going? What department are you going to?" They thought I was just leaving the department and going to another department, which was,
No.
when you think about it, guys, is pretty sad to think like that instead of just saying like, "Yo, like, what are you plan on doing now?" or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because it goes back to comfort, and it goes back to vision, and it goes back to just thinking bigger about what you guys can do in life, and
Yep.
that's what it's about, right? You got to be around bigger thinkers, right? And I think that for Madison, dude, you're part of all these networks, man, digitally as well, where you're around bigger thinkers, but then us other people that are willing to help as well, which is part of your network. So
Yeah.
that's good, man. So being that we have a lot of beginners on here, brother, what would be some tips that you would give to a beginner starting in merchant services? And let me give you a scenario, okay?
Sure.
Scenario would be, let's say you get 3 boots that are brand new to merchant services. They got no sales experience and they're worried about talking to business owners. What would be yeah, yeah, hey brother, we get them. We got
I
them,
used
trust
I
me.
used to I used to be that guy. I used to drive to the business and just sit in the parking lot
Yeah.
and just like contemplate every possible scenario that's gonna go through
Yeah.
my head. And I used to be like that. My advice, it's kind of cliche, but like you just have to go do it. Like you say it too, and all the guys, in the trainings, they say you just have to go out there and you just have to not care what kind of response you're gonna get. You're gonna get people who are not interested. I've had people like curse me out, tell me they get out of their store. Like I've had it all happen, and you just got to go through it. And then once you do it a couple times, then like it's like whatever. It's
Yeah.
meant to be.
It's meant to be. So now you treat it as when you do get a no, you're just like, all right, on to the next. They're
On
not
to the
my
next
ideal
one.
client.
What could I have said differently to maybe sway him into a maybe or to a yes? Always trying to figure out how could I do things differently, um, with these merchants, because they're hardcore. These merchants, they're
I bet, man, especially, in the East Coast, it's different, bro. I mean, trust me, I've had so many clients from New York and New Jersey, and I could typically call it when somebody's from the East Coast.
yeah,
I'm just like, you're from like New York or the East Coast, right? And they're like, how'd you know? I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe it's your tonality. Maybe it's just the way you speak to me, but I just took a guess, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, You're right.
But so let me ask you, man, what is the biggest needle mover that you see usually works with the business owners that you have been able to convert as a customer?
For merchant services?
Yeah, let's do with merchant services, and then we'll talk about ATMs as well.
Yeah. So merchants, the biggest needle mover. These merchants, they want free stuff. They all want free stuff, right?
So when you say free stuff, what are you talking about? Like terminals? You're talking
They
about
want
like
they want free terminals because they can go because everyone's doing merchant services, right? They can go to the
yeah,
next guy and they can get a free terminal.
yeah.
So I'm offering them free terminals, paying out of pocket or using Paybotic's nice little kind of loan that they have where you could scale up, right, and take it, use it against your residuals. Yeah, they want free stuff. They want the support. A lot of these merchants, they don't have the right support. Just got to offer you got to offer stuff. Free this is what I'm doing now. Free receipt paper for life. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, that's a good one, bro.
That's what I'm doing.
Free
Yeah.
receipt paper for life. Hey, man, we about to start using that on the ads. So don't get mad, bro. If you start seeing that, be like,
Don't be
hey,
using my stuff, bro.
This guy took my idea.
Free receipt paper for life.
That's good, bro. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. No, that's thinking outside the box, bro. Like I said,
Yeah, just like little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. Like these merchants, like somebody said in the comments here, they're cutthroat.
Yeah.
Like they want free stuff, right? Not all the time, but like most of the time, because they can just go to somebody else. You know what I mean? So you have to offer them something different. You know what I mean? Something different than the average merchant service, merchant provider out there. You gotta be unique. You gotta stand out. You know what I mean?
How big is building the foundation with these business owners, brother? And we're talking about like actually humanizing the conversation and being able to relate to them or being able to actually have soft skills. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, so this is where like policing and like me speaking to people comes in handy with sales because no one likes when someone's just no one likes it when you're just like pushing the sale without having a conversation first.
Yeah.
So having a conversation with them, trying to think who taught me this. Ruben taught me this. This is with ATMs, but it still applies to merchant services. Like if you're trying to put an ATM in a barbershop, go get a haircut first. You know what I mean? Buy the service. So little stuff like that goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about ATMs. So what would you say is the biggest difference with business owners and ATMs when you offer ATMs?
The business owners are worse. They're worse. They're worse.
I feel pretty good about that, because I started with ATMs. So
oh my God. Every day I'm dealing with these guys. No, they're good though. I mean, they want what's best for their business, and you want what's best for you. You have to kind of come to a middle ground, and you gotta, sometimes you gotta like take the loss. Sometimes you have to offer a higher surcharge or like a higher split to them just to get in the door. You know what I mean? So they really are cutthroat, especially the ATM ones. They're cutthroat.
Have you had a situation yet where you offered one or the other service and then it landed you both services?
Oh yes, a tattoo shop near me. Yep, I offered him. I had my ATM there for about 8 months. New ownership came, and I brought it up to him that I'm doing credit card processing, and he said, okay, come talk to me in the new year. Come talk to me like December of 2025 because I want to get started in 2026. And that was like months ago. So I wrote it down on my calendar. Okay, I'm going to reach out to this guy, and he's local, so I can always just stop by too. And I met with him in December and I signed him up. Credit card processing. So you could double dip, and I like to do it.
Nice. Nice. You thinking of doing ads for ATMs in the future?
Um, Personally, me, no. My main focus right now is credit card processing. I wanna go so hard on credit card processing.
So let's speak it into existence right now, bro. I'm pretty competitive. So what would you say is the number that you want to hit, let's say by June? What would be your number, bro? If you were to call it right now.
Let me see my leads now. Let me see how much I have, and then my approved accounts. 1 second. I have 9 accounts by June. We're in February now. Maybe 50. I don't know if that's
50?
pushing it. I don't know if that's pushing it.
Guys,
Maybe 50.
50. There you go. Look, we're calling it by June 50 accounts. Okay.
50.
No, brother, I love the confidence. I'm all about that. I'm all about vision,
Yeah.
execution, and then just making it happen. But at the end of the day, if you are getting 20 leads in a single week and you still adjust the ads and you do more ad spend, yeah, it's achievable. It's absolutely achievable.
It's possible.
So yeah, it is. It 100% is. So with that being said, brother, anything else you want to add as far as just like words of encouragement, motivation for anyone that's looking to start into either credit card processing or ATMs?
Um, for credit card processing, the ads are phenomenal. Nick and the team have been super helpful. Before the ads, I was struggling with merchant services, trying to go door to door. With the ads now, completely changed my mindset, and like I feel like a rock star, like signing up merchants. Like the confidence from before the ads, now with the ads now, completely different.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, you're hearing Madison Cora's testimonial right now and his backstory. So if you have any questions, clarifying questions, you guys want to know some details about what he's talking about, go ahead and drop it down in the chat. And by the way, guys, if you are brand new to us and you still haven't gotten our latest guide about starting credit card processing with ads, just go ahead and comment ads down below in the chat, guys. That's going to be ADS, and we'll have somebody from the team reach out to you and give you the brand new guide that we actually created just last month. Actually, it was like 2 weeks ago. We just created it, guys. It's brand new. Okay. So if you're already an existing current client, you probably haven't seen it as well. So what would you say? The first question is, can you break down how the ads worked for you? And this is coming from Raymond.
Yeah. How did the ads work for me? Yeah. So basically, I met with Nick. Got on a phone call with Nick, and he basically broke it down for me how the ads were going to work. You're going to take a couple pictures, you're going to take a couple videos of yourself, you're going to have a script of what to say. And once you do all that, you send it to Nick, and it's pretty much, they pretty much take care of everything. And once the ads are published, you could see them, and they're super professional. They look great, and I got leads the first week.
Okay. And what would you say is the time frame between the time that you have like that onboarding call and then from the time like the ads are actually running?
So I remember Nick gave me like a week. Obviously if you need more time, you need more time, but he said we would like to get these ads out in a week from the first day of onboarding on that Zoom call to day 5, right? Or day 7, your ads should be done, right? And it's all up to you. Like you have to be willing to, get out there, take the videos, take the pictures, follow the instructions. If you can't do that, then it's not going to work for you, but you have to be able to put in the work, right? And get that content created. And then Nick and the team, they pretty much take care of it for you.
Hey, let's be honest, bro. Were you ever like a selfie video type of guy?
No.
Me too, bro.
I still have
weird.
issues.
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
weird, like, taking videos like in front of businesses, because like in New York, people will call the police on you if you're taking videos, just being like a weirdo, talking to
Well,
yourself.
they think you're casing, bro. That's what it is,
Yeah,
right?
they think you're casing or you're an EDP, one or the other. So I was not, it was weird at first, but I got it done in a timely manner, and got the ads up. Worked out good.
Love that. Love that. Okay, so we got Pedro. Pedro says, how, and we're going to get a little bit more tactical in sales right now, brother. So, how do you handle the low twos rate chaser? So, for all the beginners right now that are listening to this live interview, okay? Pedro asked, how do you handle the low twos rate chaser? So, this is what every merchant services consultant deals with, guys. Every consultant, okay? So, what Pedro's referring to is that business owner that's more than likely already using traditional processing, okay? And he's getting charged 2%. And he's just like, well, can you beat that? It's basically a race to the bottom, right? Where you're not making anything. So, how do you handle that, Madison?
I haven't dealt with that at all. All of the people that I've been signing up, they are interested in better service. The merchant that the merchant provider that they were working with wasn't providing good service, and they don't want to pay processing fees anymore. So personally, I haven't dealt with that yet. I'm sure I will. Can't really answer that question. I'm sorry about that. I haven't dealt with that yet.
Yeah, not an issue. Well, guys, I mean, I could give you a little bit of my experience. What we try to aim for is to go ahead and actually move that traditional processing rate, even if it's at 2%, to like, hey, that's nice. I don't try to attack it. I don't try to go ahead and say like, oh man, you might still be getting charged fees on statement. What I try to do is like, well, what if I could go ahead and just completely remove any of the fees from you, making your responsibility.
Yeah.
And then that's when you open the conversation, because now they're interested, right? Now you pique their interest. They're like, oh, okay, well, you can save me even more money. Okay, cool. Let me hear you out. And that's your window of opportunity, guys. At the end of the day, I don't try to overthink this. I just go with my gut feeling, just like when you go ahead and you're in police academy and you learn the penal codes, right?
Yep.
You just get used to it. Muscle memory. That's all it is, guys.
Exactly,
Muscle memory. So we're shifting towards, hey, man, let me go ahead and wipe 100% of the fees. Let your customer take care about it. That way you don't have to go ahead and worry about that anymore, okay? And if you want, because we're in New York, if you want some free terminals, I got you, bro, okay? I just got to see how much volume you're pushing here, okay? Got to make it worth the squeeze. That's all it is, okay?
Exactly.
Cool. Next question. How are you getting the leads? By email? Are they providing an Excel file sheet? Like, how is Nick and the Done For You ads team providing you the leads, Madison?
Yes. Basically Nick is going to be taking over your Meta business suite and your Instagram. And every time you get a lead, it goes directly to your business email. You could also download. Actually, I've had this question a lot too. I've been seeing this question. People have been asking, not in this chat, but in other chats. How do you see the ads, and how do you see your leads in full? You have to download Ads Manager. It's an app, and you could see all your ads, all your active ads, and all your leads.
So it's pretty simple. Even if you don't know any like type of techie, bro, because with me, I still don't know how to navigate everything. I hire younger folks to do that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let's say somebody that is they're about to be 40 like me, goes and signs up for the service.
You don't
Are
look
they still
40,
able?
bro. You don't look 40.
I appreciate that, bro.
You
I
look
lost
like
a
you're
lot
ready
of
for the
weight.
police academy again.
I lost a lot of weight, bro. Like
Yeah.
I lost myself after I left the police force. I was like, I stopped working out. I was just like, oh, I'm living pretty good now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ate a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But then I had to get checked.
There you go, brother.
So what would you say, Madison? Would you say that somebody who is not techie or doesn't understand social media, are they able to do this?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's
Okay.
not too hard. Like I said, ads manager, all your ads. I could show you guys if you want.
Yeah. There you
Ads
go.
manager. Hold on, let me. I'm getting Meta Business Suite stuff. Hold on.
Super convenient. You guys have it
Yeah,
on your
ads
phone.
manager. Hello ATM. Ad account. These are all my ads. 21 leads. All you got to do is click on them. You click on them, and these are all your leads. It's not that hard. I only click like 3 buttons on this app to see
That's
what leads
amazing.
I have, and you can call them, email them.
And if you guys haven't noticed, okay, this is the detective inside of me still. The reach on Madison's ad account says 8,100 guys. So that's 8,100 views. Imagine
Yeah,
the type of range and coverage that Madison was able to do and get in front of businesses compared to if he was cold calling, compared to if he was door knocking,
I
right?
was getting none.
That's
I was getting none. I was
that's
doing.
that's 8,100 opportunities, 8,100 people that potentially have a location or a business that is looking to do business with you.
Yep.
But I believe this is extremely powerful because it's Madison who is on the ads. It's not me, it's not Nick, it's you. So then you're attracting people that want to do business with you, brother, because it's about
Yeah.
perception as well, right?
Yep.
How has the conversation been? And obviously, you said in the very beginning, there's been some conversations where the number has been bad, and whatnot, right? It's not going to be perfect. But for the
Sure.
ones that closed, how was there much selling? Was it like, how did the conversation flow basically? What can people expect?
So basically, when you have your ads up and you get a lead, if you think about it, they're clicking on your ad, which means that they're interested. So when you reach out to them, they're already interested. So there's nothing to sell. You reach out, you say, "Hi, my name is so and so. I'm from this company. I saw that you." This is my exact. I'm giving you guys a sauce right now. This is like my exact like play by play, and basically they click on the ad. They're interested. By clicking on the ad, they're interested because they have to fill out their name, their email, and how much sales they're doing monthly. When they click on that ad, they're interested. So when I reach out, I say, "I'm so and so from this business. I saw that you are interested in a credit card terminal for your business." They say yes, sign me up. There's not much selling if the merchant is really interested.
Mm. Yeah, so that barrier is out the door of you going ahead and having an interaction with a cold lead, right? And trying to warm them up and build rapport.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. Got two more questions for you, brother. Are
Yeah.
you closing the leads over the phone, or are you setting up an appointment to go ahead in person to close?
I haven't closed all my leads that I've closed. I haven't closed it in person once.
Oh wow,
I closed
wow.
all of them. I've closed the majority of them over text message.
There's no.
Swear to God.
Come
I was
on,
straight.
man. That's that new generation style, man. I'm
I
such a
was
big phone guy, bro.
Yeah. I closed like I want to say I closed like 5 or 6 leads just over text message using the same like prompt. "Hi, my name is so and so with my business name. Reaching out in regards to an inquiry you made for a credit card terminal." And they go, "Yes, I'm interested," and I sign them up. Half the
Is
time,
this
I'm not
something?
even, I'm not even calling them.
Is this something that you created, like the script, or is this something that Nick provided for you?
Nick didn't provide this for me. I did it myself.
All right, I got to talk to Nick about this one.
Yeah.
Nick's probably watching like,
Listen, I'll give Nick the creds when it's due, 100%. He didn't tell me to text them, but I tried it. I said, oh, let me just text these guys. Obviously, if they don't answer, if they want a phone call, some merchants they want a phone call. I have no problem speaking on the phone with them either, because I say the same thing, and I get more information out of them. But a lot of these merchants that I signed up, I just text them.
That's good, man. That's definitely something that's we're gonna have to definitely refine in the process now that you've successfully done it multiple times. I mean, it's proven, right? So definitely got to work with Nick and the team on that to make some scripts for texting, which it's badass, bro. You broke my limiting beliefs on this call, to be honest with you, because I'm not a believer in closing over text, bro. I mean, I hear it, but I'm not. It just comes from my experience, right? I'm such a phone guy. So
yeah,
that's
it works both ways. Both ways works.
That's awesome, man. Well, whenever you're ready, bro. I mean, you can come join the internal CashSwipe team, man.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with like Gianni. You already know Get 'em. You already know all the coppers that were former coppers, man. That were part of the network, bro.
I talk to Gianni all the time.
Yeah, come on, dude. Gianni's from your area, man. So like Gianni,
Jersey.
Yeah, dude. So and Gianni's a good guy, dude.
I'll keep that in mind, brother. For sure.
You let me know. Hugh right now is probably like, what? All right. So we have one more question, guys. Hey, by the way, if you guys are watching this, if you guys have any more questions for clarity, and it doesn't have to be just about done for you ads, it could be about anything. It could be about mindset. With the next question is about to be about balancing the 9 to 5 job and answering leads in a timely manner, which is great, Steven. So if you guys got any questions, limiting beliefs, beginner questions, this is the go time. Closed mouths don't get fed, guys. Learn it from Madison. Madison started absolutely where everybody started. You just heard it from him. He used to sit in the car. I used to do the exact same thing and then overthink every worst case scenario before you actually talk to the person, which everybody goes through. Everybody goes through. So make sure to ask your questions right now while we're live. Okay, Madison. So how do you balance your 9 to 5 job and answer leads in a timely manner?
I answer my leads during my 9 to 5 job.
Well, you're doing it through text. I mean,
I'm doing it through text. I'm doing it through phone calls. I'm filling out applications while I have my break.
Yeah.
While working, like whenever I have free time, if there's something I need to do, if I got to email Paybotics, if I have to email, Nick or text Nick or fill out an application, I do it whenever I have free time because it doesn't take that long to do.
No, that's good, man. I love that. I love that.
I definitely have a good balance. It's a good balance right now. Like I'm not, I'm still spending time with, my fiance, getting ready for our wedding. So I'm like, I'm not like swamped. You know what I mean? Like it's a nice balance.
Congratulations, by the way, brother. When's the date?
June.
June. So it's coming up. It's going to come back fast, brother.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah,
so what would you say, and this is a question personally for me, man, how do you stay, and I tell people all this time, I guess I got so used to routines and planning myself, but I want to hear your perspective on this. Is people always ask me, how do I stay motivated to continue every day, even when I don't feel like it? So I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you push through those days where you're just like, damn, I don't want to do this today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think about, kind of going back to like what I said earlier about how like, this life isn't that affordable and sustainable anymore. You have to build something else, you know what I mean, to kind of, push through that. So I think of that too, and how, I want to build something in the future for my family. And I want to be like the one that, did something other than just like following the footsteps of like law enforcement. Like I want to do something different. You know what I mean? So
I mean, you are already, bro.
that's what
You're
keeps me
you're
going.
already you're already breaking so many limiting beliefs, even with this interview, bro. And the crazy part about this that you don't know right now is that hundreds, thousands of people see these interviews the day after it goes live. Like the live right now, we'll probably have a couple hundred people going in and out of the room, but after
Sure.
the fact, thousands of people see these interviews. And then
Yeah.
the crazy part that I always think about is when I get hit up or I get DMs or I get emails saying like, yo, I saw this video, just like you said it right now. Fresh and Fit. When was that, dude? That was like 2022, 23. Like when was that?
I was in the academy when I saw that.
Bro, in the academy. Think about that,
I was
guys.
in the academy when I saw that. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
That was
And then
long
you just
ago, man.
started and you decided to start a business at the academy, like while you were in the academy. That's cool. Kudos to you, bro.
It was nuts. I didn't think it was nuts. Like I didn't think that I could even do that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause academy is no joke, bro. 6 months and you're just, bro, you're getting drilled. I mean, they're pushing you to beyond your
Yeah.
belief of what you're capable of, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you were able to do that in academy is insane, but that's cool. That's cool. That's a great story too, that you're going to be able
It
to tell
is.
your grandkids and all that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
badass. I
awesome.
like that. Yeah, that's great. So to go ahead and to wrap this up, we got one more question. All right. I'm afraid of the technical questions, like, and this is what Dwayne is saying.
Yeah.
Can you break down my statement or can you explain how much I will be paying?
I'm afraid of the
And
tech.
Dwayne is saying he's going to begin to prospect next week. So essentially, he's just afraid of the technical questions. As you know, Madison, merchant services is a lot more technical than ATMs,
Yeah.
just because there's a broader range of terminals, services that we're able to provide. So, what would you say? What's your answer to that, brother? Because I'm pretty sure, just like me, man, you didn't learn all the tech up front, right?
Yeah. I didn't learn all the tech up front. In terms of the statement, what I always do is like I always say, send me your statement or give me a copy of your statement. I'm gonna show my team and I'll get back to you tomorrow. And I pretty much say, hey, we're gonna be able to save you X amount. Let me see your statement. I'm gonna send it to my team, so you sound professional. You have like a team behind you, which you do, right? I'm gonna
You
send it to
do.
my team. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna send it to my team. I'm gonna show my team, and I'm gonna let you know tomorrow how much we're gonna be able to save you. That alone, usually I always get a statement, and they give it to me.
Smooth. Love it.
Yeah, it
Love
works.
it. So we have another question. Can you be successful with running ads if they are faceless? That's from Stefan. So I could chime in on this one.
Yeah,
Yes and no. Yes, you will still get leads. The issue that I see personally, okay, is that the advantage that someone has when they are actually talking to the business owners in the ads is the connection. And it's the connection that we were just talking with Madison, right?
yeah,
Why did Madison get 20 leads within a week with ads? Think about that, right? That's almost like unheard of. But the reason why is because number one, his ads hit the proper location. Okay. Do you know specifically where you're targeting as far as your ads right now, Madison? Have you
tri-state
talked to Nick
area,
about that?
tri-state
Tri-state
area. Yeah,
area.
yeah,
Okay. So Madison knows that a lot of the demographic and then also the business owners and the type of business locations that he's trying to obtain are in that area. Okay. So once his ads get sent to that area, guess what? He went ahead and he was able to get 20 leads within a week because there were business owners that they saw Madison. They were just like, there's something about him that I want to do business with this guy compared to the competition, right? Because there is competitors out there, guys. We don't hold that back. There is competition out there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what makes us more robust is strategy. It's strategy. And that's just what it is. You know, we get asked all the time, what makes you guys better? Us. It's just strategy, right? It's just like we're now doing inbounds with the ads because we know we could get in front of the business owners faster. Okay. So, yes, you could be successful with the leads, but it's the conversions that's going to get affected. And you have to be okay with that. Because if you're asking, hey, am I able still to use this service, but can it be faceless? Yes, it can. We can actually work that for anybody. So if you guys don't want to be on the ad, we could do that for you. But now because we have a guarantee that we could get you a certain amount of leads. And we also have a service where we can actually close your first deal as well. Okay. And we're working on where we could do batches of closed deals as well, but that's not coming till about April of this year. Okay. So when it comes into play, guys, that's something that you have to consider. And if you want to consider that, then cool. Just talk to us. Okay. All right. Awesome. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap this up with Madison? I know it's getting late in the East Coast. What is it, about 9 o'clock right now?
Yeah, 9 o'clock on the dot. We just missed a question. It's from Will. He said, do you ship the equipment to their business, and do you usually go over there to set it up? So I don't ship the equipment to their business because I want it. It's a credit card terminal, so you want it to get to you first. If you're sending it to like the Bronx, who knows where that's going to end up, right? You want to ship to you first so you can like run the transaction, make sure everything's good. And some merchants don't know how to use, the credit card machine. So if you ship it and you don't show up, they're not going to know how to turn it on, how to set up, X, Y, and Z. And then, so I don't ship it. I always hand deliver it to them, and I give them little training before I say my goodbyes to them. And, just give them like the runaround of, what to expect, how to use this, how to use that, because they're going to have tons of questions. And that's where you could that's where you can show your value in the support,
I love that. I love that. Always provide value, guys. Trainings are huge, right? That way they can use your systems. So,
yeah.
Madison, any words of encouragement, brother, that you want to leave us with?
If you're contemplating on starting either ATMs or credit cards, just do it. Just take the risk. That's so cliche, but like I did it. I was in the academy and I just saw a podcast. Like I told you, I just saw you on a podcast, and I just did it and it worked, so just do it.
I love that. How far along in the academy were you during that time, bro?
Hugh said I was talking to him in March of 2023. So I want to say I was a couple months in. I was in the academy doing it, and I think when I was done, I like launched my first ATM. But like all the paperwork and all that stuff, I was in the academy doing that. LLC, EIN. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, what is an EIN number?
That's pretty cool.
No,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty inspiring, bro. And
cool.
Make sure to I mean, obviously you're going to remember that story, but make sure to write it down when you start building your personal brand, because bro, I have a strategy called $1 Million Story. And for people that build their personal brand, you need to nail that down, because you need to nail down organic first before you start running ads for your personal brand. So that in itself, dude, you will inspire millions of people with just that story alone, bro. It's huge.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be cool. So with that being said, guys, give it up for Madison. Blow up the comments for him. Make sure to check out his socials on Instagram. He just dropped his personal and he dropped his ATM social as well, guys. Make sure to follow both. I will be doing that as well. Also, make sure to check out this episode on our YouTube, Residual Income for Beginners. Subscribe, like, share this with someone that you care about, because you never know, it might change their life as well, right? With that being said, guys, Madison, thank you, guys. And that's it, brother. We'll talk soon, okay?
Always a pleasure.
All right, brother. Take care.
Take care, brother.